Hello, good morning.
Morning.
This is Jay from Stop the Cat Foundation.
Um,
Hello,
yeah, this is.
this is Jay from Stop the Cat Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I was going through Facebook looking for child rights organizations, and I came through your page. And I was going through, as just like the name suggests, Stop the Cat Foundation. I'm a foundation that does not support circumcision, and I see you are a child rights activist. And I don't see anywhere in your page where you're condemning such acts. Actually, in most of the pages that I've gone through, when they talk about child right abuse, they don't include circumcision. So I just wanted to ask, what's your view on circumcision? Do you think children should be circumcised? Do you think it's painful to them? Do you think it's their abuse of their rights?
Like, which gender?
Of course, I'm talking about boys. Do you think boys are supposed to be circumcised? And do you think, as a child right activist, do you think it's an abuse to their right? Because child abuse is inflicting pain in whichever way. Yes, through beating, rape, and any other stuff that involves children that gives them pain. So, what's your view?
That issue, I don't know what to say because, first of all, you were talking about the male circumcision, right?
Yes, because the female circumcision, people came and everyone condemns it.
Yeah,
Because we
everyone
know
condemns
why.
it.
We know why they condemned it. It's an abuse. It's an
Yeah, it
abuse.
can.
Yes. But what about the male circumcision? Because all of them are MGM. That is male genital mutilation, right? FGM is female genital mutilation. At the end of the day, we have the word mutilation in them. Mutilation, the dictionary, is the removal of a certain body part, you know?
And I have a question. If boys don't go through the circumcision, are there side effects of it?
Exactly. Now that's the part that people don't talk about. No one talks about. There's a lot of side effects of circumcision. Actually, if you never talk about circumcision, you'll never know that there are people even who died. There are kids who have died from botched circumcision in Kenya. But the media, as you know, the media is biased. They'll never report such. There are people who have died. There are people who through the healing they've gotten tetanus. Through the process, some have been done illegally because people still support such acts. The same goes to FGM. As much as people condemned it, do you know that there are people who still illegally do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly, because now with male circumcision, there are people who still do it traditionally, which has transferred of diseases like HIV/AIDS. But people tend not to speak about that because it is about boys. If it's something that affects girls, everyone is going to talk about it. But you are a child activist, whereby you're not supposed to be gender biased. If it comes to boys or girls, I think you take both of them in your organization, right? So what's your view? Wow, like what do you think about it?
No, actually, for us, we based on like drug and substance abuse mostly. So, like, this is such a good topic. Um, I don't know, because actually in hospitals, children get circumcised, right?
Yes.
Not only in the rural areas, also in hospitals. So I don't know if it's legal or illegal. I actually don't know because I'm focused on drugs and substances.
There's no part in the constitution that says circumcision is legal. There's no legality.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'll say. Like if child abuse. Okay, to you yourself, you know what child abuse is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But why circumcision is not included in it? I know this is something new. We all learn. We all meet new things. And just as I've told you the effects, as a man, uh, all men that I've talked to, who were circumcised and who had sex before circumcision, they'll tell me that it was different. Right now, their penis has lost a lot of sensitivity because of the foreskin. You see, the foreskin has a lot of work. This is a topic that most people don't want to talk about, but to be honest, the foreskin has a lot of advantages, more so in the sexual part in men. If we are to leave the hygiene part, because most people circumcise because of the hygiene thing, they tell you about that. Then what about the health benefits, that people don't talk about? You get it? So I was suggesting, maybe since you have a platform, I know the way you're talking, you're clueless about it.
It's a shock to me because actually what I know
You've
is
never thought about it, yes? I know you've never even thought about it in that way.
Because actually I hear people saying it's a rite of passage. Like if you're a guy, you're a male, like you have to get circumcised. If you're not, there are consequences. So I'm not into that because okay, now I'm learning, but okay, it's okay.
All right, I'll ask you a question. If people talk about rite of passages, we know how things used to happen in the past. For example, twins used to be killed. If you gave birth to twins, you'll kill them or throw them in the forest. But as modernization came, we left most of the things in the past. You see, rituals. So if it's a rite of a passage, to me sounds like more of a ritualistic act than the rite of the passage itself. Because a passage from what to what? Adulthood, like, do you need to be do we need to remove your leg to show that you are more of a man or what? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Like, there's this new, like, people now are not going to be circumcised back in the village, like in hospital, they circumcise people. I hear that. So if this thing, then people in the hospital are also doing a great mistake, right?
Yes.
In circumcising this boy. But I really don't know. I really don't. I'm learning now because everything I'm always like, we're fighting against I'm like, girls not be circumcised. So this is new, like, boys also not be circumcised. But okay, so this topic, by the way, like, we will sit and talk about this.
Do you know that FGM and MGM is the same? Do you know when they circumcise a lady, whatever they cut from the lady is almost the same as what they are cutting from a man? But we put gender in these things. That's why people don't take it. Men don't speak about their problems. Women, the one thing I love about you ladies is you come together and speak out. You get it? Men suffer in silence. I have men that I talk to. It's an organization. I have men that I talk to. They tell me their sex, first of all. Even some women tell me, they be like, when you have sex with an uncircumcised man, they feel, there are women who even, there was a discussion in a certain group, a lady posted, circumcised men versus uncircumcised. I'm telling you, I swear to God, like 90% of the women were saying, uncircumcised men, they do it better. You get it? As compared to the men that are circumcised. Because when you're circumcised, the sensitivity of your penis, you lose it. Because now it's open. You see, that friction, the penis becomes very hard, like it's just there. I don't know, you're not a man, you wouldn't understand it. But it just becomes there. You have lost sensitivity, you underperform, you get it. But those are things men don't want to talk about. A man will never come and tell you know what, I'm bad in bed. It's a very shameful to him. You see. And apart from that, a child, for example, we know where we are going. I am born a man. You circumcise me because I'm a man. What if I grow up and I feel like I wasn't born in a body of a man? Don't you think, to me, that will be FGM? Like the way things are going. You see, if you start viewing these things in a different perspective, someone like you is an activist actually would understand more than a regular person. An activist is someone who fights for the rights of everyone. If you circumcise a child who doesn't know what he wants to be in future, you get it? This child grows up and becomes a transgender or any other thing. You see, To him, his penis is not a penis. To him, his penis maybe it's a clit or something. You get it? So if you see it in that view, you'll see that circumcision to a child is an abuse of their rights. If you're someone who advocates for rights for children.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's far-fetched. I know it's confusing. African values. But if you talk African values, in Africa men used to beat women. You beat your wife to ascertain dominance. But things changed. Things are changing, whereby women speak more, and gender-based violence is condemned. You get it? So if we are talking about cultures here, we are losing the fight in everything. Because there's no way we are going to fight one thing and leave this. There's no way you're going to fight for girls and leave the men, because at the end of the day, these two are going to interact. Imagine telling the woman that FGM is bad, right? And this woman grows up and starts to imagine, I think also circumcision is bad. She will go to the man and tell the man, you know what, circumcision is not good. Do you think the two will have an agreement? They won't. Because one knows the dangers, the other one doesn't know. So this fight of genderalizing, genderizing rights is very dangerous. Because okay, you've told me you deal mostly with ladies, and I agree. I won't go much into that. And of course, I know you're against FGM. That one I know. Every woman is against FGM, but they support MGM. You see, that's the part I don't understand. Why against a culture that was in the past, but at the same time support something that you're against because it's of the other gender? So you see that part?
Yeah.
So just suggesting, I know you have a platform, you interact with people. You can throw in the discussion is very beautiful. It's something, actually, if you can talk about it, get some ideas, do more research. I don't know whether you're a parent. I know maybe you have a son, or I don't know. I don't want to go deep into that, but it's something you can think of.
I think this is a good discussion to speak with other people to get their opinions.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There's a certain organization actually that fights for boys.
Yes.
Let me get the name of the organization.
Yes. Then maybe you connect me with them. Yes.
Yeah, I'll communicate with you, because they fight for boys and men.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a very great discussion. It's just that it's mind-blowing, because, I had no idea, there's something like this.
I swear no one, okay, you see now, the problem here is, like me, I get a lot of insults, I get a lot of abuses, men and their ego. The ladies are good. For example, they have talked to you, at least you're accommodating. You see, now that's why people actually support women in most of their things, because you're accommodating, you listen, you don't judge, you get it. But when I talk to most men, for the Kikuyus, you'll be like kipi, that kipi. Now, like for example, in an election period, such words are going to be thrown. You're not circumcised. You cannot reason. You see the ego that comes with circumcision. That's, see, for you. So I was wondering, okay, for someone to be a lawyer, is there a part that they look at? Okay, circumcision. This one is not circumcised. It will make a bad lawyer. This one cannot make a good doctor. It's not circumcised. Like circumcised people, and if you look at their brains, is there any difference? Like, is this person performs better because they're circumcised? I mean, do they think deeper? Are they more learned because they're circumcised, or they're not? The Kipi, the what? I don't know which tribe you are, but mostly Kikuyus men, most tribes actually circumcised. But the Kikuyu, there's a way they put it, to a certain level, whereby if you're a Luo and you bring out a point, you'll find someone telling you, when you Kipi, you are uncircumcised, there's nothing you can tell me. You get it? So you get that. So it's a tool. to me, it sounds more of a political tool to alienate. You see, we are so divided that people will use anything to further more divisions. Like during election time. During election times, some tribes are threatened by circumcision. Do you know that?
Yeah.
If you've watched the news, if you know what goes on, post-election violence, circumcision was a tool. People are forcefully circumcised because of their political alienation. Don't you think that's archaic behavior? Like, that's bush mentality, something that people in the past used to do to their enemies. They kill, they rape your children, they do this and that, you know. So I don't see why someone will support such a very, very evil, you know.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at the part of HIV, imagine USAID came with a program whereby the Kenyan youth were to be circumcised. And you know what they were preaching? That when you're circumcised, it reduces the risk of catching HIV/AIDS. And what are the percentages that we're talking here? Remember, a condom is 99% safe, but the 1% can still make you get the virus, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine the youth that were circumcised with the idea that they will not get HIV because they are circumcised. Do you know that these youths started having reckless sex because they are circumcised? And don't you know that this could also be a reason as to why there are high rates of HIV infections? Because of the circumcised people who believe, I am circumcised, now because I'm circumcised, I will not get the HIV virus.
Yeah.
And you know, when they get that HIV virus, they go and spread it. They have sex with other women who also like that. And these women are also going to give birth to kids who have HIV. So it's a circle. You see, some of these things that we fight for, it's always a circle. Like if you try to fight from this side and you leave the other side is still going to affect this side. You get it? At the end of the day, the circumcised men are going to have raw sex with everyone. They are going to impregnate everyone. They are going to run from responsibilities. We are going to have kids that are stranded on the streets because of this. You see how the circle comes. But this can only you can only know this when you start viewing things more critically, and when you start to learn more. We in a phase we learn. Actually, I didn't even know about this, but I was introduced to it. I learned. And I understood, because I was circumcised when I was a teenager. I'm telling you, I used to have sex, condom sex. This I'm talking about personal experience. The time I was circumcised, the first thing they told me is it will help me prevent HIV, from me contracting that. Trust me, after healing, after healing from my circumcision, I went on a sex rampage. No condoms, just having sex. You get it? So, it's a dangerous thing. The youth, the brain of people can be told and they can do things. You know how people behave. You see, we have a problem. We have a very huge problem. We can see things and just do them the way people say. Influencing, you know. So, I would really appreciate if you can get me the contact of the one that deals with the boys.
Its name is Leah Toto.
It's what?
Leah Toto.
Leah Toto.
Yeah, the organization is Leah Toto.
Oh, Leah Toto.
Yeah.
Leah Toto.
Yeah. They actually deal with the boys. They fight for the rights of the boys.
Oh, it's in Kangemi, Yama.
They have offices everywhere. They have offices in Kariobangi, Landmark. They have a couple of offices.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just go online, check them, call them, and yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't know where your organization is. Maybe when I get some time, maybe I will come, maybe get you some things, you guys, some shopping or anything.
I was just in Kariobangi, Landmark.
You're in Kariobangi?
Yeah, Landmark.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate your warm welcome and the talk.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I know it was an impromptu, but I do believe you've learned something.
Yeah, I've gotten something actually. What I never knew, but it's okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue with the good work. I'll organize something.
Okay.
So that I'll pass by.
Okay.
Okay. Good day.
Good day.
Aye.